Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I've sat down and filmed something, so gonna get back into the swing of things. I've been really active on TikTok and Instagram, so you guys can follow me there. I'll have them linked down below if you just want to keep up with me more in the day-to-day instead of waiting for long form content to come out every week. But you didn't come here for that. You came here to be de-influenced, and I'm hoping to deliver. So I was actually sitting down researching, pulling outfits for my summer Pinterest outfits video, which is coming, don't you worry. But as I was doing that, I was kind of looking at all the trends and kind of hating what was on Pinterest, because typically what's on there is a lot more trend focused fashion and a lot of ads, and also I think AI, which is really annoying me because I really like seeing the outfits that people are wearing and street style, what actual humans have on their bodies and are wearing outside, not whatever is being concocted on AI or flat lays or ads or anything. All of this to say that it came to my attention that I could really go in on a de-influencing video and kind of talking you guys out of the trend cycle, especially because if you're young, and I've been there, trust me, you see what's trending and you think, oh my gosh, that's so adorable and cute, I want that. You buy it, you wear it for a few weeks and then you're over it, and then you never style it in your wardrobe again, or you kind of forget it exists, or you buy it and you hate it, which is much more likely because it fits the model but it doesn't fit your personal style, it doesn't fit your body type, etc., etc. Today we have a very special guest, which is my notes app. This is very sacred to me. Don't even play. First and foremost on my de-influencing you. And this is definitely going to be part one because I know I can make a part two closer to the holidays when all of the Christmas shopping ads are out and get your New Year's Eve outfits and things. I just know I'm going to be able to make a part two to this. But part one, and this is probably no surprise to anyone, is Laboos, because what the F, I don't understand them. I think they're very similar to the Sunny Angels. They're maybe a bit more palatable. Sunny Angels are literally naked and their genitalia is out, so that's a bit edgier in terms of fast fashion toys. But Laboos are not very different from a Sunny Angel, and I also think that they're just unsettling a little bit. I don't really love a Labubu. I like saying it. I do. I think it's fun, but I just don't think that they're something that people are going to hold on to forever and ever. It's like Beanie Babies in the 90s, okay? They were all the rage. They were super fun. You collect them and then you forget about them and they collect dust afterwards. So Labubus are not for me. If they're for you, that's great. You probably should take advantage of the resale market now while they're trending instead of in a few months or a year when no one gives a shit about them anymore. My list is a little all over the place, so bear with me, but we're going to talk about tropical hair clips, the floral ones. Now, these might have been a bit more trendy in 2023, 2024, but it is still summer, so I do think this is an honorable mention. And I've been watching Love Island UK, and so many of the girlies have those floral claw clips, and I think they're great seasonally, but genuinely, do you need to go out of your way to purchase a floral hair clip? I do not think so. I think you have plenty. The only difference is that this one has a floral shape to it. You could DIY this yourself if you have a hot glue gun, Gorilla Glue, regular glue even, a little bit of imagination and some silk fake flowers. You could definitely DIY this yourself, and you can even customize it to exactly what you want, and you're not going to be wasting money on it. Maybe you weren't going to use the claw clips that you have in the first place anyway. I'm just saying. Next up for summer trends are those necklaces with so many charms. Don't get me wrong, I do think they're cute. I think they're very beach, very charming, but am I going to be wearing that day to day, having that on, not taking it off, wearing it in the shower? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. First of all, it will probably turn my entire neck green if the charms don't fall off within the first, 10 uses. Something about them is just so niche and so specific. I don't think you can wear one of those necklaces out in the British countryside. I think you have to be beaching or tropical vacationing somewhere. I just don't think that they are suitable for everywhere, every time, and that's what makes them so hyper specific to beach, vacation, and summer, and makes it such a good seasonal trend. Kind of like the floral claw clips of 2023. I think these are the new those, and just necklaces and jewelry in general. should be higher quality so you can get more use per wear before it breaks. I can understand a claw clip is probably a lot cheaper, but if they're charging you $30 to $50 for this super blinged out charm necklace that is not going to last you, like, you're better off putting that money somewhere else. Aviator sunglasses. You don't need them. You don't. You probably have 7 other pairs of perfectly viable sunglasses that look way more flattering on your face shape. I'm speaking from experience, okay? I will say though, on this list that I'm de-influencing you, there are 2 things that I did partake in myself. One of them is aviator sunglasses, I will admit. In my defense, I had a lot of friends tell me if these looked good on me or not before I bought them. So it was not an impulse. They were on my list. I had been thinking about them for a really long time. So it was not an impulse purchase by any means. Secondly, I did before this give away my only other pair of tortoiseshell glasses. So I felt justified in buying them. I don't have anything like this shape. Okay. They feel very diva. They feel very glam. They feel very D&D. But as in Do Not Disturb, not Dungeons and Dragons. But I will say I think, influenced by seeing them for the past 2 summers. And I don't know, I do feel very happy with my purchase though. They're not the translucent orange or yellow ones with the black frames. Like, those are hyper trendy. These I think are a bit more timeless, but I did cave. But the super, super, super trendy ones, I don't think you need. I think you're going to get tired of them. I don't know if they're going to mix and match with your style very easily. And if that's the case, then definitely don't get them. I'm just going to come out and say it. The next one I also did buy too. And those are Western hats. I've also seen these a lot on Love Island, and I see them a lot around like the Stagecoach, Coachella, kind of like beginning of festival season. If it is not in your style to be wearing such a hat, do not buy such a hat, because then you're going to have to style outfits entirely around this accessory. I do think the outfit that I have on now today would go with this hat. I mean, not the bun, of course, because now I just look like completely hairless. The past few days, I definitely could have worn this hat with my outfits, and I did get this at the beach, so it's like authentic. Trending right now for summer, and I don't think, if you're not going to wear it consistently or it's not part of your everyday kind of look and style and feel, it's going to be a bit difficult to pull off, and you're not going to get a good cost per wear. Okay? Next one, and this is more a message for me maybe than for you all, but it's colorful gazelles, or like the Sam Edelman or Gola. You just don't need that pop of color, because the years before, it was all about the neutrals. It was all about the white and black Adidas Sambas. And now all of a sudden we've done this complete 180, and now you need green, now you need pink, now you need red, now you need blue. Like, it never ends. These trend cycles never end. And I think that's what really got me down this rabbit hole on Pinterest, was seeing that these trend cycles really do never end. And I'm exhausted and I hate all of them. What you can do, if you really are itching for a colorful pair of shoes, look into ballet flats. Maybe that will scratch that itch for you. I genuinely was looking at blue and green gazelles because I thought I needed like a slim profile shoe. And then I ended up getting this lovely, beautiful blush pink ballet flat sneaker that I love. You probably know what I'm referring to, my Vivaya pair. And I love them and I adore them. And I don't need another colorful slim profile sneaker, because that need is already met. Also, it's a trend. It's gonna go to like, now you need like the brown Puma runners. Like, that's what's gonna happen next. I can literally see that being a huge trend for fall. Mark my words. Or like the suede like Miu Miu sneaker loafers. Like, what are those? I don't know, but people really eat them up. Anything with like a brand name, they go crazy for them. I think we're going to see this in like late summer, carry over into fall, but I'm starting to see it pop up now, especially on my Pinterest. And that back to school season that we're in is gingham boxer pants, shorts, skirts, dresses. Just gingham in general really is a really huge trend. And it is seasonal. It is like that late summer back to school vibe. I get that. It is cute. And it can be classic, but when you have these super bright neon colors or teal or this very specific green, very specific blue, that's when you fall out of it being a classic item that you can wear and rewear time and time again, and it falls into the trend category. Same thing with the colorful gazelles. If you can't wear your gazelles or your sambas or whatever trending shoe it is down the line in the next few years because it's no longer trendy or because it no longer fits your style profile, it was never a classic item to begin with. Classic items are something that you can wear for years and years and years on end, and they effortlessly mix and match with your style. So all of that to say, just be careful when buying gingham. I mean, it is a very classic print, colorway, pattern, whatever you want to call it, but just be mindful when you are buying into it. If you are, I'm not here to encourage you. I'm just here to let you know to do it a bit mindfully if you are planning to partake in such a trend. Next one. I actually do hate, and I'm not afraid to admit it, and it's those mother flipping jelly flats. Those don't look comfortable. You are sweating, you are blistered, your feet are cut up. I just know they are. Don't even try to deny it because I'm not going to believe you. I'm sure that your feet are cut up in all different sorts of ways and your feet smell. I'm sorry. And they're dirty on top of that. Like you're getting dirt, sweat, grime in those little holes of jelly flats. Like, come on. The mesh I could understand because at least it keeps things out and it's a bit more comfortable. But the jelly flats, really? You're going to tell me you really like those and that they're super comfortable? No hate if you do like them and if they do fit your style profile and it's like funky and fun and maximalistic and eclectic. But really? Level with me here. I just don't see the appeal of them and they're so trendy. For what reason? They're like selling in like Costco now. Like, I don't know. Just not my thing. And I'm sure you could find something a bit more classic and year-round wear of that is not going to cut up your feet or make them dirty or smell. This next one is a big trend for this summer. I've seen it a lot in the UK and just more like urban areas in general. And those are jorts, but specifically the baggy, long, past the knee ones we saw on Love Island, both UK and US, because I do watch both. I've seen it in streetwear, and it's not even just the jorts, but like the long shorts, long, oversized, baggy, short look. Don't get me wrong, I've seen it styled beautifully, but it is a trend. Like, do not mistake this silhouette for something that is a classic item. It's not a culotte, it's not a capri, it's not a regular jean short. It is something different entirely that the structure and the silhouette is trending as of this past year or so. Don't buy into it if you just want to try it out and you don't think it's going to look good on you, and then you're going to have to get rid of it very shortly, shorter than the shorts themselves. I just don't recommend. I think maybe you could like DIY a pair of jeans that you have or thrift something just to get an idea before you go full force and buy like the Gucci jorts. I don't know, people just eat things up that have a brand name on them, don't they? On that same kind of wave, capris. I don't hate capris, but I'm telling you, it takes a special kind of vibe to pull off a capri look. And it's something that's not quite professional, and it's not quite club, but it's definitely that dinner, going out, a shopping trip, evening maybe kind of vibe. Capris are not something you just casually throw on and walk out the door. Or maybe you do, you know, if you're that kind of like style icon, maybe you do. For me personally, I think it takes a very specific vibe and function to want to be able to put on capris. And I think they're actually very cute. This is a trend I do like. I do stand behind it. But again, if you are not someone who is going to be rotating these in on a weekly or monthly basis, do not buy them. I do think they're going to be huge for like fall-ish, that like summer to fall transitional phase. And that's why I'm warning you against them. If you're not prepared for the capri lifestyle, do not get a pair. I don't want to say it's very Y2K, but it is. Like, it's very late 90s. It's Sex and the City. It comes in many different shapes and sizes. Like, we had the capri legging era. I was there for that with the fold over waistband. That's a different kind of capri, but maybe that's something you could work into. I'm just saying, do your capri research before you fully like dive in headfirst to something that's only trending for a moment. But I actually do kind of hope stays and like sticks around. It's very cute. Next, polka dots. They're the print of the season. And that's just that. It's just the print of the season. When's the last time you went out of your way to look and buy for something polka dotted? I can't tell you how long polka dots have been out of style. And now all of a sudden they're hugely trending for summer. I think they're very cute, but at the same time, it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to purchase, wear for a few weeks, and then get out of my closet and like hate it. I do think polka dots are classic, and if you are partaking in this trend, it should not be something that is fitting the moment. It shouldn't be something that you saw on an influencer or a celebrity and you want to mimic yourself. Work it into your style identity before you go out of your way to just kind of throw anything and everything together because it's trending in the moment. I mean, polka dots are huge. They've been all over red carpets, they've been all on celebrities and street styles and Princess Polly and Shein and whatever other fast fashion sites. They've been everywhere. Okay, we can understand, we get that. But there's a reason you're being oversaturated with it, and it's because it's only here for the moment. So don't fall for it, because next year you're going to be looking at all of your polka dotted pieces and wondering why you wasted all your money on those when something else is going to be in. Maybe it's stripes, maybe it's plaid for summer. Wouldn't that be crazy? This next trend has like a longer lifespan, but I also want to warn you against it. And it's any of those like dresses or tops with those like neck scarves. First of all, they can be considered cultural appropriation if you're not careful and doing it tastefully and respectfully. But let's be honest, what fast fashion site is? Not very many. So I'm warning you against those. I think that they are very elegant and beautiful. And I myself did wear something with like a little throw over neck scarf to a wedding, but I rented it because I am not going to be buying a trend that is so novel and is so new and shiny and bright, but it's going to wear off very quickly. Like that dress that I rented for that wedding, like I could probably only have worn that one time without feeling like, oh my God, I've overdone it. This is oversaturated. I've worn this twice now. And that's me recognizing that I like new things, as humans do. Honestly, it's like a psychological thing that we have hardwired into us, and it's why we buy so much fashion that we then throw out so quickly. But renting, honestly, especially very novel and new pieces, has saved me from over cluttering my closet with like honestly just shit that I'm not going to be wanting to wear in the next few months. I definitely would be wary of anything that is super novel and super new because you're just going to tire of it a lot quicker than if you were to just invest in something that is a really beautiful silhouette that fits you really well, that you're very confident in. So I think polka dots and neck scarves kind of fall into the same category of they are really cute, don't get me wrong, but they're very novel in this era. And that's what's making them so attractive, but they're not going to stay novel forever. So you just have to think about that long term. These next two things are a little random, but I did want to talk about them. And that is the micro hair curler. What? I just don't understand how we've gone from like Dyson Airwrap, Shark Flex, like 3-in-1, do it all at once, to I'm going to take an hour of my time to just curl the hair with a curling iron that is the size, the width, the diameter of my pinky. I don't like that actually kind of gets me a little heated because it's all about saving time. It's all about convenience. It's all about girl boss, go, go, go. Now all of a sudden, like, what are we doing? Sitting at home doing our hair for hours on end. Like, don't we have places to be and people to see? That one actually does make me a little upset. I can't rationalize it. It just does. I just think it's like a really big waste of time, and it is such a tiny hair tool. And who is really going to sit there like daily for their daily routine, or even like more than once or twice a year to sit there for 2 hours curling their hair with a tiny micro curler? I just don't understand that one. It is trending though. I've seen it in a bunch of different places. And honestly, maybe it's just trending among influencers and this is something that they're pushing for a paycheck. But at the end of the day, I think it's such a waste of time and it's going to wear off very quickly. No one's going to want to sit there for that long and curl their hair all the time. Next. Last one, also kind of random on the list, but it says Iwala water bottles. I was on a trip recently and nearly everyone had one of those water bottles, and I had to have them explain to me like what the appeal was, because weren't we just obsessed with Stanleys, and weren't people doing Stanley collections, and weren't people rushing like the shelves of Target to get the latest edition Stanley? Like, what? Now we have a new water bottle that we should be loving and obsessed with? I don't get it. That was my elbow. I don't know if you heard that. Anyway, come to find out, this water bottle does two things in one. You can sip it and you can like chug it basically, which is cool. But I have one water bottle type that I love, and it's the straw type, whether it's the flip up straw or just like the holding straw. That's for me. I have 3 different kinds of water bottles, but they all have the straw function because that's all I really want and all I really need. So I'm not going to be falling into this next trend, this next phase of water bottle obsession, and I don't think you should be either. If you have one, honestly, that's enough. If you have a few, that's more than enough. Like, I know I have more than enough. I have one for travel, I have one for the gym and work, and like going to work, it's a big jug, and then I have one for staying at home or doing like more chill activities like in the car. Kind of embarrassing to admit out loud that I have 3 different water bottles that all serve the same purpose, which is to hydrate me. But at the end of the day, they do all something different. So whatever. Ah, goodness. This felt like a little bit of like a ranting, venting session about consumerism, and I really hope I was able to de-influence you from buying these, or at least like take a second before you add to cart and check out to cool off, step away, take at least 24 hours, maybe even a week. If you still want the thing or like dying for it after a week, okay, maybe treat yourself. But if this is something you saw on someone, you went to TikTok shop or you went to their linked and you went to their Amazon and you added to cart and you checked out that same day, that's a problem. That is a problem. Put the credit card down. What really helps also is deleting all of your credit cards from like your saved things. Like I know Apple will recognize your cards and you just have to put in the confirmation code, the security code. Same with Google. Delete those. It makes it so much harder for you to conveniently check out. Highly, highly recommend if you want to curb your spending or if you just want to be like a more conscious consumer in general. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to like this video. It really lets me know what content you are enjoying from me. There definitely is going to be a part 2, and I would love your input down below or anything that you are de-influenced on and you're not buying into. I would love to know. If you're looking forward to my summer Pinterest outfits video, don't forget to subscribe below. That video is coming out very, very soon. Until I see you next Sunday, don't forget to be kind to yourself, others, and the planet. Bye.